Amanda's Love Part 11 Space Imperies Clocktime 2. Anything similar with places, facts, and people, is random. Any type error is forgivable. Realistic anticipation. Original fiction. No references, quotations, or related original sources were found, no hyperlinks or documents were found despite a thorough search in relation to El Amor de Amanda, Imperios del E-Space, Clocktime Dos. Year 2374. Ah, said Zephyr, listen, when you settled my council's fees, I just remembered that I have a message for when any of you show up here. For a good price, he concluded. Alex answered him more seriously, we don't have infinite non-traceable credit, and the last time you stayed with my car and my department contract. What else do you want? I don't have any more juice. Sean came up with a proposal that interested Zephyr. We are authorized to offer a pre-export and import license contract, a legal and clean business. Of course, when our operations here are successful. Take it or leave it. Unable to resist the offer that involved legal business of global volume. Zephyr shone like a dawn. Thinking about it, he said with a distracted air. We have an agreement to sign, although it is already recorded in a closed-circuit analog system with legal value. Between Mental, Iliana, and me, we explained to Zephyr the details of the self-replicating neuro-writing program of the NT. Zephyr, with a glossy look, fell for a second into deep mutism. Then let's get to work. Here you have, in this memory unit there are greetings from your friends, and what you need, just ask, and I'll get them at the standard price. He left the memory unit in Alex's hands and said he'd come back later. We stayed for breakfast while one by one we reproduced the content of memory with our epithelial implant equipment, remaining respectively with an expression of surprise. It was a message from Mextex, the missing launcher with Mextex. Rafaela, Lady Serafin Darrow and Lysandra Kale had arrived more than a year before us. We were focused on discussing the next steps. The information we had obtained from Zephyr and the message from Mextex were crucial to our mission. We headed for Costa Chaparrals, where Mextex and the rest of the team had settled. Emotion and anxiety mixed within me as we approached the point of encounter. Alex, always serene, gave me a reassuring look that helped me to stay calm. Upon arrival we found an old-looking, very old-fashioned bar with tables and umbrellas of color used on the outside and molded of imitation wood on the inside. We saw Mextex, Rafaela, Serafin, and Lysandra were not waiting for us. The joy of the reunion was immense and the surprise was mutual, especially to see the changed appearance that they had at the reunition. Mextex dressed in folk style, with huge natural black tits, winged hat, and one par of kananas. Serafin presented herself with a touched Apache or Comanche with a seductive dress in front leather simile and an ethnic tone in accordance with her character, and Rafaela with a classic Mukama uniform and her tight European white face, and half-blown belly. We hugged each other, and while we shared the reoccupation experienced since our separation, Iliana asked Rafaela what she was carrying on her belly. It's a small Mextex that we commissioned. She answered with a smile of genuine affection towards Mextex, who embraced her and gave her a loud kiss with all normality. It looks like a family gathering in the Day of the Gods, but, I think I have to put them to the point. When we picked them there was a deviation in the trajectory of our Lancer and we descended more than a year ago, the first thing we did after confirming the coordinates of arrival. And the second was to swell Rafaela's belly. He interrupted Iliana with a slight laugh, softening the moment. Life opens way, said Mextex. We need to arm ourselves with patience, see the positive side, take advantage of the temporary advantage and establish new identities. There, how good the contact of Alex, who allowed us to introduce ourselves to Zephyr, and Zephyr offered us to take care of this tourist bar of his Pretins, so we are his employees as temporary immigrants until we pay the residence permits, which have prices that are very close to our annual salaries. This situation leaves them legally precarious here indefinitely, and the state of pregnancy of Rafaela is a plus of right, confirmed Mental. It's an acceptable bridgehead, said Sean, and continued, I suppose they took a look at Neura Tech. Yes, said Lysandra, we have established all the possible personal security systems and removed our digital communication skin implants, and we are using cheap eye models with closed-circuit programs that I wrote in the first days that we established. and we take advantage of our thematic employees' roles. We have been physically in different places managing promotions and as a cover to follow up employees and executives of Neurotech, the Voss company and others. Immediately Mental will download the data. But we were forced not to intervene until now. With Mental processing extracting the data provided by Lysandra, we proposed different options to determine one or more ways to stop the actions of Neurotech was using the information and resources gathered. Coordination between the two teams was essential. Using safe methods and detection strategies, Lysandra had already written programs to neutralize the digital neurovirus and a memory recovery system by dynamic structures of brain areas with the aim of freeing the victims of the forced reprogramming of the Neurotech program. The robotic neural infiltration virus, it uses neural interfaces to access the brain, writing into neural networks and starting to manipulate brain activity. It can alter or erase specific memories, implant false memories and modify perceptions and emotions. It influences the decisions and actions of the infected person, making them act in accordance with the objectives of Neurotech. It spreads rapidly through digital networks and connected devices, infecting multiple individuals in a short time. It is extremely difficult to detect due to its ability to camouflage within normal neuronal signals. The only defense strategies better than advanced security systems and robust, up-to-date cybersecurity barriers to prevent infiltration have not been enough and only need to disconnect neural interfaces to prevent the spread of the virus. Lysandra had developed specialized software that we thoroughly reviewed with Alex to detect and neutralize the virus within neural networks and techniques to recover and restore the memories and affected brain functions. Then we already had neutralization programs and memory recovery systems to free the victims of the forced reprogramming of the Neurotech program. This shows how love associated with knowledge of technology can be a powerful tool for resistance and liberation. As we prepared for the mission, I couldn't help thinking about Alex. His calm under pressure were inspiring. I knew that no matter what we were facing, we would be together. In Alex's eyes I found the confidence I needed. I knew that, together, we could overcome any obstacle. My feelings for Alex were strengthened with every challenge. Seraphin, as an expert in infiltration and secrecy, was essential to obtaining the initial keys of one of the NT executives without being detected, and of course nobody would question her sweet and feminine qualities. As one of the best tech specialists, Mental was responsible for hacking Neurotech's cybersecurity systems. Mextex, expert in body-to-body fighting, was ready for any physical confrontation that might arise. Sean, the team's strategist, coordinated all the actions and ensured that every step was executed accurately. Each had a crucial role in securing the mission. Sean Edmonton Report, 23740-730. Operation Execution. Initial infiltration. Seraphin, with her ability for secrecy, infiltrated Neurotech's offices and obtained the initial access keys from one of the executives without being detected. Security disabling. Mental hacked Neurotech's cybersecurity systems, disabling alarms and cameras to enable secure access from the computer. Physical intervention. Mextex and Rafaela were prepared for any physical confrontation, ensuring that the team could move uninterruptedly. Software installation. Using the portable devices, the team installed the neutralization and recovery programs on Neurotech's main servers. This allowed the digital neurovirus to be disabled and the victims' memories to begin to be restored. Coordination and communication. Strategic coordination. I personally coordinated the team's movements, ensuring that each step was executed with accuracy and synchronization. Secure communication. We use secure, encrypted communication methods to stay in touch and keep up to date on mission progress. Results. Successful neutralization. Neutralization programs disabled the digital neurovirus, freeing victims from forced reprogramming. Memory recovery. Memory recovery systems began to restore the memories and brain functions of the affected people. Safe withdrawal. The team withdrew from the Neurotech facilities without being detected, returning to Costa Chaparral to evaluate the results and plan the next self-extraction. The operation was a success thanks to the combination of skills and the precise coordination of the team. I finished reading Sean's preliminary report before the rest of the team. We had achieved it and we were all very happy. I kissed Alex while Tex-Mex served some glass with a traditional transparent liquor accompanied by a tray with natural lemons and a couple of salters. Iliana was confused with these exotic things, but Seraphine, as a woman of the world, of various worlds, explained the tradition to her. We all served in the name of freedom, and Mental greeted as he continued to scan the news channels without finding any trace of the operations of the NT or the Voss company. So far no information has been published, but we will soon find that there will be people who will change their attitudes visibly, said Mental. We can see this from home, said Sean, adding, we are leaving here as soon as possible, because if it's not yet publicly known, the most likely is that the new Retex secret services are looking for responsible. We prepared and in minutes we were going on the launchers by a cargo transport route in the polar direction and then towards our red home in the fourth orbit. Continue.